ATI.
All right.
There's nothing in. And speaking of, look who's here. Hi, everybody. Don Farrell with Actors Theater of Indiana. Thank you for spending some of your lunch break with ATI. And we're thrilled. We just finished doing $1 Million Quartet. Had Carmel coming off of the high of that. That was so much fun. Thank you to everybody who came out to the Palladium. And you guys came ready to have a rock and rollin' time. And a lot of fun. But now we're shifting our gears to something that's really, really exciting that's going to be coming to us in, I think it's in August, right? We got Blair Clark, the founder and executive director, chief executive officer of the Carmel Jazz Festival, and Ashley Ulbricht, who is the board president of the Carmel Jazz Festival. That is coming up. When is this? Oh, this is opening, you mentioned, in August?
August 11th.
August 11th, y'all.
Yeah.
It's going to be insane and awesome. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a jazz festival, but I have. I've been to them in New York City when I lived in New York. I've been to them in Atlanta when I lived in Atlanta. I've been to them in Cincinnati, or in upstate New York, Rochester Jazz Festival. I love me some jazz.
Awesome.
So let's talk about Carmel Jazz Festival.
Let's do it.
How's it going?
It's going great. It's going great. We're really excited about it. It's 6 stages.
Six?
Yeah, 6 stages. About 25 plus bands if you add the pop-ups, and it'll be happening during our second Saturday, which means there's going to be some solo artists up and down the street. But there'll be some pop-ups like Jazz on the Monon concerts. But Feinstein Studio Theater, the Palladium, the Tarkington Gazebo, and Carter Green, all in that tight little area is where we're going to have,
My gosh.
all of it right in that state-of-the-art
All
places.
at the same time, so you can wander between the acts.
Oh, so they're because
They're staggered.
They'll be staggered, but every stage is going to be going for the entire day. Like what time would you say it starts? Like
Saturday and Friday starts from 5 to 10:30.
5 to 10.
5 in the afternoon, 10:30,
Okay.
and then Saturday is going to be more like 12ish to 10:30.
Yeah.
There'll be the farmers market is still going to be happening.
Okay.
We're going to shut down, tear down, and then set it back up and keep the ball rolling.
Awesome.
So we don't want people to miss out on the awesome farmers market that we have.
Yeah, we do. We have a really great farmers market.
And we want to keep that ball rolling.
Then
so
they can stay, enjoy the Jazz Fest the rest of the day.
Exactly.
This is the place to be. Book your hotel rooms and get your reservations now. While if there's anything even available during that time, I hope there is. I think there might be, but I would think it's going to draw from all over the place, not just for Carmel, but really the statewide. How far are the acts coming in from? You got Spyro Gyra coming, right?
Yeah, Spyro Gyra is going to be at the Palladium.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Evelyn. Now, here's the thing, Don. We mixed it up a little bit because we wanted blues, jazz, R&B. It's predominantly jazz.
Okay.
So Spyro Gyra, Pavel, Freddie Fox, Tim Cunningham. We have a couple of Grammy Award winners in Freddie Fox and stuff like that out of California.
Yeah.
But we also know Freddie Fox is married to Evelyn Champagne King. So she is. So we got a twofer. Evelyn Champagne King is coming, and
all right,
so
I'll give it out. Look, congratulations on that.
We're excited about that.
Awesome.
So I would say bottom 40 from Nashville. From Nashville to Detroit to California to New York. Monica Herzig has her thing that she's been doing with the Joni Mitchell thing, and Alexis is from New York, so she's going to be flying in for that. So we're from New York. We're from East Coast to West Coast and Midwest and Nashville. We got them coming from all ends. So we're hoping that the people come from all ends as well.
Yeah.
So we're trying to find ways to reaching out to them, and so far things are going real well.
Good, congratulations. So what is the genesis of the beginning of the idea of the Carmel Jazz Festival? How did this how did the journey get to the point of where it's going to all culminate on August 11th?
It had been a passion.
It's one heck of a job, one journey, right?
Yeah. You're scaring me, Don.
Oh no! I mean, I know what it's like when we start thinking about starting Actors Theater of Indiana. Because you got to start with an idea, and then all of that, and then bringing on the team and everything like that.
Yes,
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And with all ideas, the concept and the perception.
Yes.
And the idea is always much less than the actual implementation of it and everything else. So we're finding out a lot of things. I got a chance to play at the Elkhart Jazz Festival. You know, they've been 35 years strong. So I got a chance to meet the mayor. He was great, and I ended up hanging out with him. And I got a lot of questions, took a lot of pictures, because I think a lot of this is really about, the idea came when I first talked to the mayor about it maybe 3-4 years ago.
Mayor Brainerd.
Mayor Brainerd. And he's very much into the arts, as you know.
Sure.
And so, you know, we finally got to the idea of saying, look, once Feinstein's was created, it's like this is something we just have to do. You can't get these many great state-of-the-art facilities and places in such a tight area and not look at how can we make this, you know, do something with this this will be the first time that we've had that collaboration with Feinstein's and the Palladium and all of these different units working together and collaborating to make
That's
this
exciting. Very exciting. That's great.
Bring everybody together into one amazing jazz festival.
Yeah.
Not just the city, but Central Indiana.
Yeah, Central Indiana, all Central Indiana.
It can be the entire state. I mean,
Sure.
It doesn't have to be Central Indiana.
No, come on in.
Yeah.
Carmel welcomes everybody.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, no, that's great. And also at Feinstein's, I know you've been doing stuff. I've got a show coming up in early July. You've been frequently there as well.
Yeah.
I'm doing a little shout out on with Feinstein's. I'm hosting different artists. So I'm going to be hosting, Kathy Morris.
Oh, great.
Coming up
Amazing.
July 9th. And then Tad Robinson, Jenny DeVoe.
Oh, Jenny.
Farrell. So all the way through between now and December, we're going to be featuring artists all the way through there.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Really
and
great.
these are all great musicians from our area. And Tad Robinson's blues, Farrell is Latin jazz, Jenny DeVoe is one of a kind.
Yeah.
And Brenda Williams is one of a kind.
Yeah.
So they're all going to be. I'll be hosting all of them, and I'm just going to do a couple of songs, but really just sit back and let them
fly.
Let them do their thing.
Awesome. Well, speaking of great musicians, you guys are both wonderful musicians as well, and singers and performers all wrapped up. Will we be seeing any of your stuff during the Jazz Festival as well? Well, we might see a little bit of. Give us a little bit of Ashley, a little bit. Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a teaser. Who knows?
Well,
You got to come check it out.
The thing that I will say is I just released my first segment or chapter of my CD project.
Yeah.
All original stuff that I did with Preston Glass and Narada Michael Walden, some songs that I did with them. And I have been begging Ashley, who is a phenomenal violinist.
I heard, yes. I haven't been able to enjoy your virtuosity.
Finished. I'll get back to that.
Okay.
So I'm begging her to join us on the stage August 12th. So we could do, there's some songs that we did that I think will just, it just screams violin, and I couldn't think of anybody better than Ashley to be a part of that. So hopefully she'll join me on stage. No pressure.
Like to see if you want me to join Blair.
There we go. Like it. That's very exciting. So, and also, today is a very special day. Give a little shout out.
I want to give a shout out to my mom. It's her birthday today. So happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy
birthday, dear
Mom.
Happy birthday to you and many more. Happy birthday, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
We rehearsed that. FYI.
So tell us more about Jazz Festival. How many? Where? Yeah, we want all the different areas to come, from Nashville to both coasts, all around the nation. What other exciting things that people are in store for with this? That's a lot of stages involved.
It is, and in support of the music, we also have vendors.
Awesome.
Artists, food trucks, of course, beer and wine, that will support all of the festivities, and people can walk around throughout those areas and enjoy that.
Is there if I recall, at other cities, there was a cover charge to get into the Jazz Festival. It was like a closed-in area of where you get a wristband, you pay to get access in.
Sure.
things like that. Is that going to be the same type of scenario that we'd be expecting? Patrons would be expecting to experience this as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Jazz Festival itself has tickets. You can do a Friday ticket, you can do a Saturday ticket, you could do a Friday, Saturday combo ticket. And there's a little bit of discount if you go with the combo ticket. And then that will get you to all the acts at the Center Green. Carter Green.
Carter Green.
Sorry. Carter Green. The Studio Theater, Tarkington. And the gazebo.
Okay.
Obviously, you can walk along the trail. We're not closing the trail. Anybody can walk between the events. And then Feinstein's and the Palladium have separate tickets.
Gotcha.
But they're programmed jazz to complement the Jazz Festival.
Okay.
Right. And we'll be giving, so when you buy a ticket, you'll go through the Palladium box office to get your ticket. But they'll redeem the ticket for a lanyard.
Okay.
And that lanyard will be, like as Ashley said, Friday, Saturday. And then we'll have a VIP lanyard, which will allow you to get into everything and the VIP parties and some of those other things. And then, of course, we're going to have a VIP party for our sponsors and some of our people who've been with us, like Carmel Magazine, who's been with us, Carmel Monthly. Who's been with us. We love working with Janelle Morrison, Steve Greenberg, and the current Carmel. So there's been a lot of people who've really been working with us, Megan Associates. So we've had some people who we've brought in to kind of help us get the ball rolling and keep the ball rolling. We want to show our appreciation to them, so they'll be coming and hanging out. And of course, we hope you'll come and join us.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to it. Absolutely.
You and your fiance.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We love music. And so what's the website we drive everybody towards? Is it to the center's website or is it
Go
towards
to carmeljazzfest.org.
carmeljazzfest.org. All right.
It'll take you through the process. And also, the great thing about going to carmeljazzfest.org, it'll let you know what bands are going to be playing on what stages and what times and all of that stuff that'll be. Now, we're going to also be posting, I don't know if you're familiar with District Market. So they're going to be putting a unit there as well. And we've got some great Rosie's Ribs barbecue. And so we've got some great vendors. And we're excited. So we're going to have some great food.
Awesome. You got to have good food with good jazz festival, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when I was doing my research for $1 Million Quartet, went down to Memphis and enjoyed Beale Street, and they were having a whole barbecue competition going on there. And of course, in all the windows of the different restaurants who won, they are very proud of their barbecue ribbons or medals or trophies or whatever. It's a big deal. So I'm glad to hear some ribs are going to be there.
If it ain't falling off the bone. That's right.
I like that.
And Walking Waffle. We've been able to reach out to some of the great vendors that are at the market, and some of them have wanted to.
They've got great food there.
Yeah.
District Market is amazing. They're so good.
And the farmers market, so we've been reaching out to some of them, and they're going to be involved as well.
Yeah, some of the vendors are going to stay a little longer.
Yeah. They just have to load up. They got the farmers market, then they got the jazz festival. They better pack pack it in.
And go to the grocery store and load up. Yeah. And get some backup.
That's right, no doubt. Well, speaking of backup, when people, how is that as far as people wanting to get involved? Do you have an ability of that as well?
Thank you, Don. That's a great. Yeah, if you go to Carmel Jazz Fest, we maybe have a couple more spots left for vendors, but we're definitely looking for volunteers. And we have a volunteer chair who will take all that information once you sign in, and we'll find out where you want to be placed and what you feel that you would like to, how you would like to be involved.
That's great.
So the website, put your information in, and it will centrally go to our volunteer coordinator.
Great.
Who will then contact you.
And that's a beautiful thing because it's really all a part. That's what ATI is so grateful for, being just a small part in this big picture of this community and what makes Carmel so great. And you have an opportunity to get involved as well. So go check out that website at carmeljazzfestival.fest. Carmel Jazz Fest.
.org.
.org.
Fest.
Okay.
.org. Well, how did you guys get? What's the journey for you personally with music? I mean, you've been all over the world doing this.
I started when I was 16, toured Europe when I was 16, and then I played with. In fact, it was really weird when I was in Elkhart. I ran into. This is a really weird thing. I ran into the daughter of Randy Gillespie, who was the drummer of the band that I played with when I was 16. His daughter, because I went to, at Michigan State University. So his daughter just came in randomly when we were having this thing at the mayor's suite and just hanging out in Elkhart. And she said, oh, and my dad is Randy Gillespie. I'm like, what?
Oh,
Talk about the weirdest thing. I mean, I hadn't seen, he's a professor now at Michigan State, but that was the first band I played with when I was 16. So my journey started then, and now I'm many years old, and just really been enjoying music. Has been all my life. It's all I've ever done. Never had a day gig except for being a soldier in the Army.
And yes, and thank you. It was good seeing you at the Memorial Day ceremony.
And you were awesome. It was just a great event.
You too.
And we got the chance to meet Mike Pence.
How about that? Did not see that coming.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
He said, my what did he say? He said, my father was in the Korean War, something like that. Mm-hmm. We chatted for a little while, but it was brief. But it was nice. I'm not Republican or Democrat, but it was nice, interesting meeting. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. The event as a whole was phenomenal.
Yeah, the city, Megan Associates, everybody does a really top-notch job.
I think it was one of our best ones.
And it was beautiful. It was a great weather. It was great to be outside. Great stories being shared, and it's always a class act as far as what the city puts on. And it's nice also to see. That's what I love. That's just one of many of the different ceremonies that they do. They do the Holocaust Remembrance ceremony, which is so important and very poignant and fulfilling. I think also important. But there's so many. I mean, we got Carmel Fest coming up. That's everybody comes from all over the place for that.
Absolutely.
So it's a really great place to live, work, and play.
I was going to say.
I
was going to say Ashley's journey.
Yes.
Yeah, my journey. Well, before that, and I will get into that. I was going to say that one of the other city events that's coming up is Brews on the Boulevard.
Right.
And my band, Six Figures, will be playing at that.
That's
so
right.
you'll have the opportunity to
6 Figures.
To see us in action. I'm sure.
And when is that?
Too. Yeah. I believe it's the 24th. It's the last weekend of July. Whatever date that is.
Okay.
Whatever date that is, I think it's Saturday.
And this is going to be located at
Midtown.
And in Midtown, Midtown Plaza, right there. Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's great too. That's
another great city event,
isn't it? Yeah, and great area. I mean, I go there for lunch, business meetings, coffee, Java House, all of them. Fork and Ale, really great place.
It is a great place.
Yeah, great music.
Yeah, my musical journey started when I was 4 years old.
Four,
and I'm classically trained violinist. And the story goes that I was watching Sesame Street.
Yeah.
And I, said, Mom, what are these kids doing? 4-year-old vocabulary, I'm sure. But I just kept pressing, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. So my mom and my father said, okay, that's what you want to do. Let's get you involved with some lessons. And from there, it was the Suzuki method, which unfortunately isn't very large from what I've noticed down here, but it was through IU, South Bend, when I was younger. And it was every Saturday. It was, then I went through the symphony up in South Bend. So played the symphony for about 6 years. And then I went to college and law school, and I lost my availability to play, but it was always sad, and I always wanted to
was
do
it
that.
Just a time commitment?
It was a time commitment problem, and so fast forward X number of years, opportunity was presented where I could join with Six Figures, the rock band, and I have now I play electric violin and backup vocals with them, so I'm rekindling my love for playing.
That is awesome.
It's fun, and hopefully it's I can also play some Well, it would be electrical jazz with
Yeah,
Blair. I don't know.
exactly.
We'll see what everybody wants. So.
Yeah.
See what-
And do you find that you, since you started with a classical training at a younger age, that was able to be a good foundation to be able to take on other genres of music?
Absolutely. I mean, that foundation, and it really was, I hate to be cliche, but it was like riding a bike.
Mm-hmm.
Classical, an acoustic violin is much different than an electric violin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I actually have 5 strings on my electric, which is fun because I can get into the viola and cello range. But it is a completely different instrument.
Is it a larger instrument?
It's heavier because all my amp is in the bass, so it's amped itself through your amp across the room or the sound system. But you know, I'm going to call it a regular or an acoustic violin.
Mm-hmm.
It has a sound itself. It produces its own sound. So that was one of the
Yes.
biggest changes for me because I'm used to hearing the sound
Coming right back out.
coming right out here, and now I've learned to hear my sound from either across the room or behind me or something like that. The amp.
Wow.
So I mean,
I never thought of
it's
that.
yeah, it was definitely that in itself was a learning curve, but the technical performance is the same. So
Interesting. You'll appreciate it. I saw you also at the Symphony Orchestra's John Williams celebration, and you'll appreciate this. I was doing, as a violinist, years ago, I was doing a lot of concert work with the different symphonies around the nation, and one of them was down in, where it was? I was in Savannah, Georgia. And John Morris Russell, who now has the baton of the Cincinnati Pops, he was the conductor down there at the time. And it was just an evening of Broadway music. So I did my stuff. It wasn't just Broadway, it was kind of like eclectic, also movies. It did a Pops stuff. And so there was this young child prodigy who studied under and was trained on, coached on the theme to Schindler's List.
Oh, wow.
And so she was going to do that song. But she was playing a 17, I can't remember the exact year, but it was a Stradivarius. So I had never seen a Stradivarius. I got to see it from afar, even though I was standing backstage. I got to see close up from her being on stage playing, rather than when she walked off. They kind of, she took that Stradivarius, the case was open, and she took that, and nobody else could touch it. She had to put that right back in that case, and that once that case closed, it was locked. It was like a safe.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, but it was beautiful. I mean, I get the chills just thinking about that. And that theme, those themes are so beautiful. The way John Williams wrote was great. But I'm so excited. So, okay.
So
I can't wait to see you play.
You will appreciate then I have 3 acoustics. One of my acoustics, it's from 1700s.
Yeah.
And it was finished.
1700s?
It was finished by Stradivarius's apprentice, Berganzi.
No way.
This is Antonio Berganzi. And it has the most beautiful sound. And I don't obviously bring that out to concerts, but I used to play it at the symphony.
Oh,
so,
wow.
That's amazing. Wow.
I mean, find moments to let that thing live.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I play it at my,
play it and post it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do it within
That's a great
the
idea.
safety of
maybe I should do
the
like a
atmosphere, but-
comparison of the 3 acoustics.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great
then-
learning experience.
Yeah, and then the electric. And everybody can understand the progression.
I love that idea.
I would,
That's a great
I would
idea.
watch that. Yeah.
Sure.
That
So
would
I
be
could play
cool.
like a clip of the same thing on each instrument, and then people can understand that not all violins have the same sound.
Yeah.
It's
like a voice. I mean, it's a voice.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
a voice. You know,
Oh,
you've got
I'll
tenor
be
and
tuning in for
soprano.
that.
All
With
right,
that yeah.
I'll make sure I'm in tune.
Oh, that's good. Boom, boom, boom.
Well, thank you. We're kind of coming up towards the end of our episode here, but please check out the Carmel Jazz Fest.org and go to that website, get involved, get your tickets. It's going to be, you want to be there for the inaugural and all of the ones beyond that. You want to get involved to support the Carmel Jazz Festival And thank you so much, Blair and Ashley, for being here and joining Actors Theater of Indiana for an episode of Lunch Break with ATI. Check them out and stay in tune. As soon as I find out when we're going to have this little Stradivarius violin checkout learning lesson, I'll let you know.
All right.
All right.
That's right.
Thanks. We'll see you
Thank
next
you.
week. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.